This one requires a deep breath. Conspiracy theories about the California wildfires are spreading quickly online, fueled by prominent conservatives, including Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They are blaming everything from endangered fish to Democratic officials to diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. So let's bring in Mike Rothschild, who tragically lost his home in the Eaton fire, but he's also a journalist and a conspiracy theory expert. He's the author of Jewish Space Lasers, The Rothschilds, and 200 Years of Conspiracy Theories. Mike, before we talk conspiracies, I want to talk about you and your experience. I am so sorry. I believe you lost your home. What is going on?
Well, we are in our fourth place that we have sheltered in. This will be our second different place that we've slept in. We're in the central coast of California. We got an alarm on our phones at about 3:25 in the morning on Wednesday that we needed to evacuate. And we packed up some things earlier just out of an abundance of caution. I could see the fire from my porch. It started as a glow off in the distance. I could see it moving across the mountains. And within a few hours, we were essentially packing up and driving away for our lives.
And what do you know about your home?
It's gone. It is a smoking crater. One of our patio chairs might have survived. Other than that, it is a total loss. Our neighbors on either side are burned out. Well over a dozen, probably 24 friends, neighbors, people we've known for years have lost everything.
I am so sorry. So while you are dealing with this sort of unimaginable tragedy, right? People keep saying, like, oh, it's just stuff. But losing your home is losing the evidence of your life. And while you are grappling with the reality of this, wild conspiracy theories are spreading all over the internet at a time when people desperately need good factual information. What's driving this? Politics?
Well, politics is part of it. Part of it is human nature. We look at a vast catastrophe like wildfires, like 9/11, like JFK, and we're looking for answers. We're looking for who really did it and who is to blame for it. And I think personal tragedy affects you. You want someone to be angry at. You want someone who did it to you. And I think in this case, they're looking for a cartoon villain. And unfortunately, there isn't one. I'm angry. I lost my home. I lost things that cannot be replaced. Friends of mine lost everything. I have a right to be angry. There's just no one for me to be angry at. I mean, the wind did this. It's foolish to be angry at the wind, but it's very profitable to tell people that it was DEI or Antifa arsonists or the endangered smelt or Gavin Newsom who did it to them. It drives commerce. It drives virality and clicks. And unfortunately, we live in an attention economy where social media and politics drive the way we look at the world and the way that we look at reality. And it's extremely unfortunate for the people who are going through it.
Rage, it sells better than sex. Is that why we're seeing the likes of a Donald Trump and Elon Musk? I mean, Trump is claiming that there is no money for FEMA aid in these fires. He made the exact same claim a few months ago when North Carolina was hit by the hurricane, and that was those lies were hugely damaging. Are you worried that it's happening again and the innocent people it could hurt? Because, yeah, in general, he likes to get people fired up. It helps with popularity. It helps with clicks. But these are people's lives.
Well, I know it's happening again. I know that the rumors of FEMA abandoning people, of firefighters abandoning people, of refusing to do their jobs, of unqualified firefighters being hired. I've seen the firefighters. I saw them a block away from my house. I can't imagine anyone working harder or putting themselves in more danger for less reward than firefighters. To insult these people by insinuating they're unqualified is deeply hurtful. It's deeply racist. It's ridiculous fear-mongering, and it doesn't help. People are scared. People have no idea what to do next. I mean, the text chains with my friends of what do we do now? Who do we talk to? What is happening? Conspiracy theories don't help anybody. They don't lend a hand. All they do is cause chaos and fear, and they're hurting people. And it really has to stop. And unfortunately, it is only going to continue.
Are we more vulnerable to conspiracy these days? Like, did something change in our society? You've been studying it for 200 years.
Well, I haven't personally been studying it, but the Rothschild family, to whom I am unfortunately not related, has been the subject of all of this stuff for centuries. We've always been conspiratorial, going back to the Great Fire of Rome. But we now have the ability to log on to social media and see anything that we want to see, and have a fire hose, so to speak, of disinformation, of lies, of rumor being fired at us. And we believe the things that dovetail with what we already believe, with the biases that we already have, with the villains that we already hate in our hearts. We have influencers who are pounding us with these things, and they reinforce the beliefs that we already have, and they travel much faster with virtually no barrier to entry for anybody who wants to read them and for anybody who wants to create them. It's trivial now to go online, create a TikTok account or a Facebook account or an X account, and just start spreading nonsense. And if you do it enough, and if you do it in a way that really hooks people and hits them at the right time in the right way, you can turn that into a career very quickly. And unfortunately, we are all vulnerable to the right piece of disinformation that hits us in the right way at the right time. And this is the right time for hundreds of thousands of people who are terrified right now that they're not going to have a place to live tomorrow.